Good morning.
And what a good morning it was.
Do you mean to wish me a good morning whether I like it or not? Or do you feel particularly good this morning? Or is it a morning to feel good on?
I suppose all of them at once. Would you like to smoke some rings with me?
I don't have time for that. I'm looking for someone to share an adventure with. It's very hard these days.
I wouldn't think so in these parts. We are old, quiet folk and have no time for adventure.
After a long and awkward silence, Bubba became rather cross and wanted to walk away.
Good morning. We don't want any adventures here. You can look over the hill and across the water.
I have lots of things to use good morning for, and now that I know that your morning will not be good until I leave.
Let me see. I don't think I know your name.
I do know your name, Mr. Baggins. I am Gandalf, the Gandalf!
Gandalf. Good gracious me. You're the man that made all those great fireworks at the Tux parties. Well, what do you need my business of?
Where else should I be? At the same time, I'm pleased you remember something about me, and for indeed for your old grandmother Took's sake, and for the poor sake of Belladonna, I will give you what you have asked for.
But I haven't asked for anything.
Yes, twice now. My pardon. I will give you. In fact, I will go as far and send you on an adventure.
I don't want any adventures. Thank you. Good morning. But please come by anytime you like for tea. How about tomorrow? Goodbye. Fine, let's go on an adventure.
After a trip up the misty mountains, Gandalf and Bilbo finally reached their destination.
At last, we finally made it.
They felt something wasn't right.
I smell something. It smells like elves.
Oh, what are you seeking and what are you making? The faggots are reeking and the bandits are baking. Oh, trill-la-la-la-lolly. Oh, the valley is jolly. Ha ha! Oh, where are you going with beards a wagging? With a beard wagging. No. Then the elves broke out into another song. Welcome to the valley. Thank you.
The mountains were harsh and cold. Stone giants were hurling stones at each other for a game, and as you can imagine, the travelers were getting very annoyed. Gandalf sent 2 dwarves, Fili and Kili, to find shelter and came back with success. They settled down for the night, but Bilbo couldn't go to sleep.
I just had a horrible dream about a crack in the floor, and it seems to be true. And the ponies are gone.
Clap, snap, the black crack. Grip, grab, pinch, nip, and down, down to my goblin town. You go, my lad.
The goblins were loud and unpleasant, taking them and their ponies, which were soon to be eaten.
Who are these miserable persons?
Dwarf and Hobbit, we found them at our front porch.
What do you mean by a up to no good, I warrant?
Thorn the dwarf at your service. We had no idea that we sheltered on your doorstep.
And I might ask what you were doing up in these mountains. In fact, I want to know all about you. Though we already know too much about you, Thorin Oakshield, we will prepare something particularly uncomfortable for you. Ha ha ha!
The goblins, who are particularly interested in torturing machines, make some of the most painful and dreaded instruments feared by you and me.
We are on a journey to visit our relatives on the east side of the mountains.
He is a liar, oh tremendous one. Several of others were struck by lightning in the cave and have not explained this.
Murderers and elves' friends, slash them, beat them, bite them, take them to a deep snake hole where they'll never be seen again.
All of a sudden, Thorin's sword goes directly into the great goblin, falling dead.
Follow me quick, quick. The lights will be relit soon.
Of course it was you, Gandalf.
Are we all here? Yes, all 14 of us. Oh no, I hear goblins coming. Let's go.
Why do I have to leave my habit hole?
The hobbit, who could not handle the fast-paced goblins, slipped away from the group, hit his head on a hard rock, and remembered nothing more.
Bilbo knew better than to swim in the pool, for he knew that there were many ugly creatures lurking within. And in the water, there was a slimy, ugly creature watching him from behind.
Bless us and smash us, my precious. It's a choice feast. At least a tasty morsel. It'll make us gonna. What is he, my precious?
I'm Bilbo Baggins. I've lost the dwarves and I've lost the wizard. I don't know where I am, and I wish I could get away.
And what's he got in his hands?
A sword. A blade, actually, which came out of Gondolin.
Upon hearing this, Gollum became quite polite and asked Bilbo to a game of riddles.
Alright, you go first.
What has the roots as nobody sees? It's taller than the trees. Up it goes, and yet never grows.
Easy, a mountain, I suppose.
Does it get easy? It must have a competition with us, my precious. If Precious asks and it doesn't answer, then we does what it won't say. We shows it the way out. Yes.
Alright.
Gollum and Bilbo exchanged riddles until they ran out of ideas, and Gollum became very frustrated until Bilbo realized what was in his pocket.
What's in my pocket?
Not fair! Not fair! It isn't fair, my precious, to ask us what it's got in its nasty pocket size.
What have I got in my pocket?
Gollum guessed many items.
After Gollum guessed everything that could have been in Bilbo's pockets, he never got the right answer. Bilbo started to remind him of his promise.
Well, what about your promise? I want to go. You have to show me the way.
Did we say so, precious? Show the nasty little Baggins the way out, yes, yes. But what has it got in its pockets, eh? Some, not string, precious. Not nothing. Oh, no. Gollum.
Never you mind. A promise is a promise.
Cross it is. Impatient. Precious. But it must wait. Yes, it must. We can't go up the tunnel so hasty. We must go and get some things first. Things to help us.
Well, hurry up.
Gollum went up to his wretched hiding place, but something was missing.
Where is it? Where is it?
Gollum was complaining about how the ring went missing for some time, pondering about where it could be, until this happened.
Well, you never answered my last question, and you promised.
Never guessed. Never guessed. What has it got in its buckets? Tell us that. It must tell first.
Bilbo felt a need not to tell the creature about the ring, and he was getting annoyed about the delay, so Gollum didn't get an answer.
What have you lost?
Gollum swiftly paddled his boat from the hiding place to the Hobbit, and Bilbo couldn't guess.
What has it got in its buckets?
What have I wonder.
Bilbo put his left hand on his pocket where the ring slipped from on his forefinger. He started running from the creature, but Gollum was far too fast. Painfully, he drew his blade ready to fight him, but he didn't know that the ring was magic. When Gollum finally caught up to him, he couldn't see Bilbo.
Curse it! Curse it! Curse it! Curse the Baggins! It's gone! What has it got in its buckets? My birthday present!
Gollum kept going on and on about his birthday present. He started weeping an ugly weep and seemed to have an argument with himself.
It's no good going back there to search. We doesn't remember the places we visited, and it's no use. The Baggins has got it in its pockets. The nasty noser has found it, we said. We guesses, precious. Only guesses. We can't know till we find the nasty creature and squeezes it. But it doesn't know what the present can do, does it? It'll just keep it in its pockets, and it doesn't know it can't go far. It's lost itself, the nasty, nosy thing. It doesn't dare know the way out. It said so.
After thinking for a little while and arguing some more, Gollum got up and started shambling towards the exit and guarded it. There was a small space above Gollum at the top of the exit that Bilbo could barely fit into. The Hobbit thought for a little while what to do in this scenario. Then, knowing that it was the only way out, Bilbo jumped over Gollum. Gollum was hissing and cursing when he felt Bilbo jump over him, knowing he had been defeated.
hungry dwarfs and a hobbit were led to a cabin in the forest by none other than Gandalf.
We have arrived at Bjorn's cabin. Wait here and comes in groups of 2 every 5 minutes. Bilbo, you will come with me.
Gandalf and Bilbo approached the cabin.
What are you doing here?
We have come for supper in exchange for an epic story.
I will be the one to decide if it's epic or not.
To start off, I was traveling with a friend or 2.
Or 2? There's only one other person here.
Well, I didn't want to disturb you with a lot of us. They will come when I whistle.
Just like Gandalf told them, Thorin and Dory came in after 5 minutes of waiting.
These aren't hobbits. These are dwarves. I don't like dwarves, but if you are Thorin Oakenshield, that means you're enemies of goblins and won't be causing any trouble.
I was just getting to that part of the story.
Then continue telling the story.
Then there was an awful storm, and rocks were flying at us. Me, the Hobbit, and several other companions.
When are 2 considered several? Did they get killed?
No, but they should have come when I whistled.
Just at that moment, Nori and Ori walked in.
Wow, you guys came so quick. Sit down and get on with the story already. It just started to get interesting.
Gandalf talked about the fire in the dark and how they were afraid when Bilbo wasn't there.
We counted ourselves, and we were terrified to find out there was no Hobbit. Without the Hobbit, there was only 14 of us.
Last time I checked, 1 less than 9 is not 14. Do you mean 9? Wait, are there more of you?
Of course, you haven't met Oin and Gloin.
That isn't quite 14, but please just get on with the tale.
I did my best that I could do against the wolves. Due to the fireworks, the forest started to catch on fire. Then, the goblins started to make songs about us. 5 trees for 15 birds.
12 isn't 15, and you should know that.
I most certainly do. Here comes Biffer and Boffer.
Don't forget about me!
Balmer really didn't feel like waiting extra 5 minutes, so he decided not to wait at all.
Now there are finally 15 of you. Can we finish the rest of the story without any more interruptions?
Gandalf finished his story at last.
That story wasn't half bad. You deserve supper for this incredible story.
Thank
you.
The dwarves went to bed and left in the morning to continue on their journey.
Bilbo, Gandalf, and the other dwarves cautiously make their way through the forest.
Keep your senses sharp, everyone. Mirkwood is very dangerous. We must be paying attention.
It's so dark, I can't see a thing. Are you sure we're going the right way?
We have no choice but to keep going, Master Baggins. We must reach the end of the forest no matter what.
As they continue their journey, they find themselves surrounded by elven warriors. They are big and their metal armor shines brightly.
Halt! Who goes there?
We mean no harm. We are travelers on a quest.
The Elven King comes out of the shadows. He is very scary looking.
Travelers in Mirkwood, you are trespassing upon my lands.
We mean no disrespect, Elven King. We only seek to pass through your land.
Why should I let you do that? Dwarves have brought nothing but trouble to these woods in the past.
We've done no harm. Please allow us safe passage.
The group is escorted through the dense forest to the Elven King's palace, which is hidden among the trees. The dwarves are held in the grand chamber, and their weapons are taken away.
What do we do now? We're prisoners of the Elven King.
Patience, Bilbo. We must wait for the right time to present itself.
The Elven King requests you to come to the throne room.
You have trespassed on my lands, but you want safe passage. Why should I grant you such wish?
We mean only to get our homeland back. It is beyond this woods. We mean you no harm.
Very well, you shall have safe passage through Mirkwood. But know this, if any harm comes to my people or land, you will regret this decision.
The group is allowed to leave and continue on their journey.
Goodness, said Bilbo, laughing and handing him the tobacco jar.
Wow, that was a great story.
Yes, and that's how The Hobbit ends.